Hi guys, so before we continue on with today's vlog, I wanted to thank our sponsor, which is Brilliant Tears Diamond Studios. Brilliant Tears is an engagement ring company, and I was lucky enough to be able to show you guys 2 of their engagement rings. What makes Brilliant Tears special is they have top-notch diamonds and engagement rings, but for an affordable price. They offer either natural earth mine diamonds or lab-grown diamonds. All of their earth-grown diamonds are ethically sourced and are a part of the Kimberley process, which I actually didn't know about this, but the Kimberley process is an international multi-stakeholder initiative created to increase transparency and oversight in the diamond industry. They're ethical and ethically sourced, which I think is really important because that's like a huge problem, you know, when they're not. But then they also offer lab-made diamonds that are from Swarovski. They're perfectly cut to GIA standards, and the appearance and brilliance is that of a real diamond. Along with those 2 options, they also offer moissanite. You may have heard of this, but it's really similar to diamonds. It's like, I think, even more sparkly than diamonds. Also, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but moissanite, but it's a very high quality mineral that is the same kind of hardness as a diamond, and it's just very identical to a diamond. So let's unbox these 2 engagement rings. I will link these specific ones down below, but here is the first one. Super cute, look at that shine, diamonds dancing. Here's the second one, super pretty. So here they are side by side. Obviously this one's a little bit bigger and a different shape, but they are pretty similar in the sense of the band. I believe the band is the same. This one has the little stones surrounding the big diamond, and this one is just the one diamond. But yeah, look how pretty. Let's see what they look like on feet. So here's the first one. I said my ring size was 7, but it seems to be a little big, so that's my bad, but you can see what it looks like. Diamonds. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit too big. Oops. But it's so pretty. It's so sparkly and just really, really nice. I don't really know a lot about jewelry, so like my description is like, it's pretty. Let me know which one you guys like most down below. So there's the first one, and then the second one, let's see what this one looks like on feet. If you don't know the reference, I'm so sorry. This one's really pretty too, obviously a little bit smaller, but it still has that amazing sparkle. Yeah, size 7 is a little bit too big, but just like barely. So pretty. The band is also super sparkly. Boom. I just honestly think bigger is better. And also I really like the little diamonds like surrounding that one. So let me know which one you would decide, and if you are engaged or you're already married, did you go with a natural diamond? Did you go with a lab grown diamond? Did you go with moissanite? However you pronounce it. Let me know down below and let me know why you chose that. But yeah, I just really like that they have affordable engagement rings, not on the wrong hand, and they're just super pretty, and that they have a variety of different options, and that even the earth grown ones are ethically sourced. So thank you so much to Brilliant Tears for sponsoring this video. They were super fun to try on, and I would really recommend them. So links down below, and let's continue on with the vlog. What's up guys? Vlogmas day 8. I'm so sorry these past few vlogs have been such a downer, but that's just how I've been feeling. I don't know, my period has just been taking a toll on me. So yeah, as you can tell, it's dark outside, it's nighttime. This whole day I've just been so tired. I did get some things done, but I feel like I would have to do something, go lie down. I wanted to return some packages, so I walked, and I realized I had to go to 2 different stores. So I was like, oh, then I'll just like go to Whole Foods and get some last minute stuff for my trip tomorrow. I literally could only go to the first spot. I was like, I'm exhausted. There's no fucking way. So I thought for today's vlogmas, since not a lot happened in my life, we could discuss some of the questions or like confessions that you guys sent in. A lot of them are really funny, and a lot of them are low-key concerning, and some of them are just like, we can talk. This girl said, I've taken Plan B 3 times in the last 5 weeks. Okay, I'm not here to give y'all advice, but if you're not fertile, you don't necessarily need to take them. That's not like, you know, like, don't like practice safe sex. But yeah, at that point, go on birth control. Like, it's not good for you to be taking that much, you know. It's not meant to like be taken that much. So if that's how you're getting down, look into better options. Like, girl, like, this is not me shaming you. It's just like, I don't want you to like not feel good. Like, I want you to be healthy, you know. This girl said, I was manic, got henny drunk, cheated on my mans with my toxic ex, and crashed my new Lexus. Do you think this was like a cry for help? I hope you're doing better, and I hope this is like a wake-up call, because That's like a lot to do, bro. That's like a lot. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, how is she now? Like, I'd love like an update, you know? I'm in love with the guy I friend-zoned. Hope he loves me too and leaves the girl he's dating. Wait, if you friend-zoned him, what? Why did you friend-zone him originally? Or is this like a you just want what you can't have? Like, now that he likes someone else, then you like him, which something to pay attention to. Oh my god, another one. In love with my mans, but I have a crush on our roomie / his BFF. Every bro's worst nightmare, literally. Oh my god. Like a hee or like a I would give an opportunity. I hooked up with someone for fun. Now they like me and want to take me out for a dinner date. Love to see it. Bro, it's really like, I guess if he wanted to, he would, but yeah, it's like, it doesn't always matter when you sleep with someone like on the first date, or like that's, you know, maybe you have a one-night stand, because someone's intentions are going to be their intentions, like, regardless, you know, like if, like, cause some guys will just wait, like they'll just hold out as long as you hold out, and then it's like, okay, they hit and then they are gone because that was their intention all along. But if someone actually like fucks with you, then they're gonna fuck with you regardless of, like, I don't know, at least I feel like in a lot of people's experience, in my experience, like, this girl said, I got an abortion today and feel so relieved. So I had posted this on my story and I put the little like celebrating emojis. And someone replied to it and was like, that is disgusting. Like, I think, you know, women should have the right to choose, but why would you celebrate that? And I was like, well, she said she was relieved, so I'm happy for her. Like, I feel like that's so much of the stigma and like shame around abortion is like, I feel like a lot of women feel guilty for like feeling relieved or like being glad or like being happy that they did it, because there's just so much stigma around it, and like, oh, you should be mourning it, which that's not to say like, oh, well, I chose to get an abortion and I feel bad because I feel guilty about it. Like, that's completely valid too, or like to just be sad about it, but also like, if you feel relieved, like, bitch, I don't blame you at all. Like, you know, bullet dodged. Thank God. And especially with like so many like abortion rights, you know, being taken away, already taken away in Texas, and like they're just trying to take it away nationally. It's like, yeah, I would be fucking relieved if I was able to actually get one. So it's like, don't shame people for how they feel. Like, just because whoever said that, like, oh, why would you celebrate? Just because you wouldn't celebrate it doesn't mean someone else wouldn't. It's aborted. I want to dump my boyfriend, but I'm scared. Be courageous, because ultimately you're hurting him more by staying with him longer. And hurting yourself more, you know, you could be like living your life. Someone said they started watching The Sopranos because of me. This guy said, I'd like to know how to go about asking my girlfriend if I could experiment with a guy. And I love that. I replied to this too on Instagram, and I said, like, just be direct and straightforward. And I feel like that's a lot easier said than done, but ultimately, like, that's like just, I don't know, I don't want to say the best way, because I know sometimes, you know, people are homophobic, and like, especially when it comes to coming out and stuff to like people's families, like, that's not always the best option to like be straightforward and honest, because, you know, that could actually threaten your livelihood or your life. But in this situation, I think that's the best option, because it's either that or like just live a lie. And even though it might be really scary, or even though it may be like worst case scenario, like she is disgusted or like homophobic or like, I don't know, whatever, at least then you know, and then you can like move on. Is that okay to say? Also, a lot of women are homophobic. Like, so many women who are like, I would never date a bi guy. Like, you're like, first of all, if we're just even talking practically, it's like, I feel like so many dudes that are bi are just so much more like accepting. There's so many straight dudes who like just have all of this internalized homophobia and just like bullshit, and therefore like misogyny. And so you'll think things will be going great, and then they just say something homophobic out of nowhere, or like say something like, you know, check yourself, check your own internalized homophobia. Okay, low-key wanna fuck my boss. Don't do it. Whenever I let my man in me, I get painful bloating. And then she replied to herself and said, never mind, I just got my period. That explains the bloating. But I want to know why she said like whenever I let. So it's like, has it happened multiple times? I want to hit up an old friends with benefits, but am embarrassed. Dude, I replied to this too. I said shoot your shot, because think of all the dudes that come back after a few months, even a few years, and just think things can go back to normal. Like, that's delusional. I don't think you're delusional in this situation. Like, and I mean, maybe you're not dealing with a dude, but just think of all the dudes out there that like don't even have any regard for like anything. Like, you'll literally end on the worst terms, and then they hit you up 3 months later like, hey, what are you doing today? And it's like, are you like, time isn't, someone said this to me recently, like time passing isn't like a pause button, you know? It's like the time in between counts. This one caused a lot of tea and replies, and y'all were really woke. This girl said, I'm super attracted to this man and he has a really small D. Ladies, any advice? And I talk about this on the podcast that's coming out. It might be out today, I forget. But yeah, so many people were submitting like great answers, and I just really appreciated like how, first of all, like body positive everyone was, and also just how educated everyone was, you know, and you know, it was just like so cool to see. And also I just feel like that's like a big, no pun intended, thing, but like it really comes from cis het norms and like expectations, and basically in that this is what sex looks like. So anything else, like anything that's foreplay, isn't actually sex, and that's just like not true. And that's also like so erasing of so many people's sexual experiences. So if we can just like think outside the box and not just go by this like, this is what sex looks like and this is what it's supposed to look like, and the performative like bullshit that's so centered around the man and like the dick and the size of the dick, and like it's like But also, with that being said, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with wanting to experience a big D, but like I think you just have to ask yourself, like, is it actually the physical sensation? Is it like, I think this is what sex should look like? I don't want to get too graphic on here, but it's like sometimes other things be hidden way more, you know, like, and like there's toys and there's just so many things, and it's like when you can start to make that part of yourself, of your mind, like shut up, like the part that's like, oh, this is like, and be more explorative and put pleasure before performance. I feel like everyone would have a better time. My BF and I broke up about a week ago, but never stopped calling every day. It'd be like that. Ladies, if he's still talking about his ex, it's because he's still talking to her. Anyways, so you get the vibe. Definitely a lot of confessions. Yeah, I'm really hoping I feel normal tomorrow. Everybody pray for me. I'm gonna take a bath. Yeah. Pray for me.